Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and what an afternoon it is. It has been beautifully warm for the most part of today, actually. Lovely breeze coming through, and what that has meant is that the combine is back out, and we are, I think I'm embarking on taking the first cut off the first load of beans that I've ever done, to my memory at least. We're trying to get through this monstrous field. I am, of course, Thomas. And I will soon to be joined by Jamie, my business partner here at Cornbrook Contracting, and we are trying our best to get through this huge field here. This is the best part, about 75-80 acres, and right now Jamie and Dave are bringing over the big combine that we've leased for the day, or for this job at least. We've enlisted the help of a local farmer, Gav, who we do a lot of work for, a lot of baling. You may be able to see he's in the John Deere behind me here. We're flying through the beans. They're not that thick. The yield is not that great, I'll be honest. But, you know, we've still got to get through it all. So that's exactly what we're doing. This combine's flying along, so I dread to think what the big case will do when we get that one going. So, yeah, the sun is shining. It's a beautiful afternoon for us. If we don't get it all done today, there will certainly not be much left to do at all. Right now on the yield monitor, you can see I'm doing about 5 acres an hour, or 5 hectares an hour, which is great. And yeah, we'll look to really continue that. When the case arrives, as we saw in the last week's video, the header on that case is significantly bigger than this. It's probably about twice the size, I would say. So we should really be able to crack on and see what we get going. Oh, we're missing a bit there. Missing some of the stragglers. For the beans here, I had to do a few things with the header. We've opened out the drum a little bit there, and we've also kind of tightened up some of the chopping blades as well. But yeah, that's all good, and it's flying through here, really. We're chopping the straw behind me, so it's all going to have to get disked in when we're finished. Although I wouldn't be surprised, given the size of this field, if the owner, Mike, wants to look into kind of putting 2 different crops in here, really, I would think. That would make for a good idea. But yeah, we're flying through it now. We're on the kind of very far side, on the northern edge, the kind of the darkest, the dampest edge of the field. It's got a lot of shade from the cliff face, from the trees there, so the moisture in here is not ideal. But yeah, it's still coming off quite dry at least. Once we get onto the hill there, it should be really good. We'll see, we should be fine. So yeah, ultimately we'll get this done. We've got a chaser bin lined up today, and there's a haulage contractor coming in as well. So that's going to be fantastic. So hopefully we'll get that all done sooner rather than later. And they're going to arrive soon, and we'll be able to really get cracking with the chaser bin. So ultimately, yeah, we're making some nice little progress here. Hopefully we're going to be dumping this into some local grain storage. And then from there on, it's entirely up to Mike Ryan what he wants to do with it. But I'm sure he'll find a way to figure something out. And all is looking good. We're probably going to start slowing down as we come up this hill a little bit, I should think. But as you can see there, the workload on the monitor really isn't that big. It's coming through nicely. The beans aren't, there's not a big yield here at all. These were put in the spring, and we had a very wet spring, so they were absolutely hampered. It's amazing that the crop's as thick as it is, to be honest. So we're hoping that, you know, it might get a little bit thicker inside there, but I'm not convinced. I'm really not. No, that's a nice little waterfall. Look at that. That's pretty cool looking. But ultimately, yeah, we're going to keep going. This is probably the last of the big harvest for us, really. That's why we're going out with a bang. We just want to get this done. There's some really grim looking weather coming on the horizon there, so it's going to be important for us to get this all put in and cleared as soon as we can. But then we can start the groundwork, at which point it's not quite as much of an emergency case, because this won't be put back in until the spring, I don't think, given where we are now. Put some spring barley into here, I'd imagine. But yeah, we'll see how we're going. So we're going to keep rumbling through and see what we get coming out the other side here, really. That's a lovely little caravan there. God, that's peaceful, I imagine. There's a huge kind of wildlife border all the way around the edge of this field. And there is Gav. Really, really good kind of preservation area, which is nice to see. You can't really even see where the... you can't really even see the gateway, it's so far away over here. But it is somewhere over there. The Jamie and Dave may have arrived. I just can't see if they have or not. So we'll keep plugging our way through here though, and we'll see how we get on. We'll probably take 3-4 headlands off here, and then we'll really be flying. and it shouldn't take us too long to get through it whatsoever. Alright then, we have got ourselves through that. Just finished unloading with Mike. Jamie is flying along, and he's just kind of got himself entered into the field, and you could already see what we've cut against what we've, what we haven't cut. He's added so much width onto here. I was having a quick chat with him there, and the yield is very disappointing, and it's making them aware that the grain chaser we have might not be all that necessary. But we've got there's a local haulier standing by to tip into the grain chaser. Now we are going to be tipping into one of those sheds there, so we'll have to wait and see how it goes. But ultimately, yeah, it's looking like it's going to be very quiet. Jamie, I'm just coming up to the end of the first headland now. Your combine header's massive.
Yeah, I reckon it's about twice the width of our regular one.
It's not far off at all. Yeah, I'd like what I'm cutting against what's cut ahead of me is quite alarming.
I'm just trying to see how full I am. I reckon, yeah, the chaser bin's going to be a good idea for me.
Oh, okay. I think I'm going to go around and do the third headland. That might nearly be enough for us, given how wide are the headlands. If you want to do one more, so we do 2 each, that would work alright. But I think we might get away with just 3.
I think we're just going to get away with 3. It's, looking at the width of this, I would have enough space to turn around in 2. And if you're basically half the width of me, then that's easily going to be enough space to turn around.
No problem. I am just starting the third one, and I guess I'm now chasing you.
Yep, sounds like it.
Okay, so... Oh, and there is Dave with the bin. Dave has just arrived, by the way, so he'll be chasing you down shortly.
Excellent. As soon as the loading beep comes up, I will get my auger out, and he can come and take the first load off.
I've just seen it for the first time. It's a nice looking chaser bin.
You know what? I've not seen it yet, because obviously he ran off to grab it when he dropped my header off. So.
No, it's looking very good. And I actually managed to strike up a deal to get it. I spoke to them on the phone. I didn't get to see what they had, but I've got a good deal for that. So we're effectively loaning it for next to nothing for today.
Excellent. That's fantastic.
Oh, where is he? Is he going to come up this side? If he is, whereabouts is he? I can't see him in my mirrors. There's Mike still. Oh, I've missed a bit. Let's get that sorted out there. Excellent stuff. So yeah, what we'll likely do as well, because Jamie has the bigger tank there, I'll likely just stay and do the shorter dogleg down here, I think. And Jamie can do the big runs. I see you've stopped, Jamie. Are you full?
Nope, I'm having a little bit of trouble on the hillside.
Oh, okay. The mighty Claas here just skipped up that hill.
That's the header is grounding out. It's a little bit rough up here.
It is a stony old little hill up there as well. I hope we're not going to have to plough that over.
It's more the big bumps that the bed is grounding out of. I'm picking up a lot of dirt at the moment.
Ah. Well, I'm coming up behind. I'm not far away. If you want to just leave a chunk there, I can tidy it up. Like, if you want to go up to the top end of the field and just carry on from there if it's too much of a struggle.
That's right, I'm bouncing the header. There we go. I've made it past it.
Beautiful. It's a beautiful afternoon here. The sun is glorious.
Oh, that waterfall is absolutely amazing as well.
I never knew that was here until I did the first headland.
No, me neither.
Okay, we'll get Mike back in again. Oh no, here comes Gav. There we go. Gav's got a nice setup actually. That's a lovely tractor and trailer he's got there. Tell you what, I've got Gav carting for me at the moment. He's got a lovely John Deere and trailer going.
Yeah, that's I think I saw he had a 7000 series.
Yeah, he's got the 7530, I think it is. It's looking great.
David's taking the first load off me into the chaser bin. That is a handsome looking chaser bin.
It really is. I think they must have got it quite. I think for this season actually, it looks almost brand new.
It does make that JCB look a little bit dinky there.
The mighty power of the fast track. Okay, so we're done that. Give him a beep to let him go. And yeah, just like that, we're kind of caught up here almost. No, I can't see him in my mirrors. Where's he gone? Where's he gone? Oh, missed him good. Is he there? Okay, perfect. Alright then, so we're flying along here. We're going to try and play catch up with Jamie ahead there. I think because he's got a larger header on there, he's got to take a little bit more care on some of this rougher ground. But yeah, we should see how we're doing this. We should get through. Once he gets around, once I get around, we'll get a start on doing the splitting the field down the middle, I think. And then shouldn't take too long after that, really. So we'll get a little bit ahead, and then we'll come back to you when we're all good and done. Just thinking, Jamie, when you get around that headland, do you want to kind of split this field up the middle and kind of make it so I'll do like some of the shorter runs and you do the bigger runs?
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking if I took the bottom end of the field, then that's the long stuff, and yeah, I can cover that quite nicely.
Sounds good. Yeah, you just I'll let you decide which way you want to split it, and then I'll just take whichever side looks smaller.
Okay, I'm gonna go pretty much based on the on how it's been drilled, which looks like it's north-south.
Alright then. Yeah, okay, so it's probably best if we just let him split it up and do what he wants to do here. I'm coming up just towards the end, so we'll get caught up into the middle. Shouldn't take us too long, and then yeah, what we'll likely try and do. Well, looks like he's just trying to tidy a few things up there. So we'll let him get out. So we'll let him get out of the way there, and then we'll come back and get ourselves all set up. Looking nice in that machine.
She is a beauty, isn't she? Not looking so bad yourself. That 208 is still a nice combine.
Oh, it's still got plenty of hours on the clock. If it wasn't for the fact that we needed to cover more ground, I'd be happy to stay with this for a long time to come, but just not sure it's got enough in it. Alright then, so we're starting to break through the middle of this field now. This is just 4 passes. Look how wide we're cutting in there. Well, that right there is 3 passes. We're getting some acreage covered here. That's fantastic. Really shouldn't take us too much longer to go. Gav's trailer is huge, and he hasn't even been away to tip it once yet, so that's really good news. Hopefully that'll continue. And then when he doesn't have very far to go with it, so that's going to be fantastic to see as well. So what we might do is just get all the way up to the top here and then tip when we get to the very top, I should think. But yeah, what I'm aiming to do is maybe take another pass off here, and then I'm probably going to turn around to the right there and take that little block. And then we... Oh, missing a bit there. Missing a bit. Let's keep ourselves in good shape here. That's better. And then yeah, if we manage to get that all kind of wrapped out, then we're looking great, and it'll be... that block won't take too much to chew through at all, I shouldn't think. But ultimately, it's looking very good. I am going to keep rumbling on here. We'll see just how we get on. It's probably going to take us another good, at this rate, probably for 4 or 5 hours, I would say. At the very least. And we'll see how we do. But yeah, ultimately, it shouldn't take us too long at all. What I will do is, though, I'll keep trundling through for a little bit longer, and then we'll come back to you when we made a little bit more progress. Huzzah! The haulier has arrived. Agrivis. Don't know where they're from, but the good news is that Dave's got someone to unload into, so he's happy and he can keep going as well, which is fantastic news. We're going to try and just make a beeline through here. We're going to try and keep dead on for a tree down the bottom there, and we'll see how we're looking. We're trying to keep it as straight as we can. I haven't got GPS on this combine, so it's never easy. Got to go the old-fashioned way. But yeah, we'll get ourselves cutting through here, and it shouldn't take us too long to get this wrapped out. For now, though, what I think we would do, we will call it a day here, and we'll come back to you later on next week, I should think, when who knows what we'll be doing in the life of Cornbrook Contracting. We just never know. Until then, though, thank you ever so much for watching. Do stay safe. Enjoy what you're doing, as always. Thank you ever so much for following us here at Cornbrook Contracting. If you have liked what you've seen, then do please remember to hit that like button and subscribe to Simulation for the Nation and Virtual Farmer, who also very kindly hosts all of Jamie's vlogs. So yeah, if you haven't subscribed to both of those channels, do so now, and we will see you in the next one. So until then, do stay safe, enjoy what you're doing as always, but most importantly, happy farming.